Hey everybody, welcome to back at you again, and I have COVID right now. Isn't that great? So, this is just a quick update video to the secret handshake video that I created like a little more than a month ago, maybe around 2 months ago. So this is just like a little quick update to the secret handshake Conlang showcase that I released like a month ago, maybe about 2 months ago. I've done a few slight things to the language, a few things, but these things, mostly involving the fourth finger right here, have vastly increased like the overall scope of things and concepts that you can say and conceptualize using Secret Handshake. Also, I've created a Memrise course for Secret Handshake that you can go to now at the link in the description and start learning this beautiful, beautiful minilang, right? You can learn the whole thing, almost. I'm still working on it. We'll get to that later. So, let's talk about these little bits of grammar that I have that I've added to Secret Handshake since the original showcase. First of all, we're going to be talking about double four. Boop, boop, that one, right? So, double four refers to collections of patients in a sentence. Essentially, when it's in position 3, it can be thought of as both or including or the beginning of like an and subclause. Essentially, double four starts a sequence of nouns paired with more double fours that are all constituents of the same original sentence. So, for example, if you wanted to say that I go to both the store and to home, you could say right? Now, there were 2 double fours in there. So, literally, you could think of it as I go to and store and home. But you can use this double four as many times as you need to create a group of objects in a sentence. You could chain it on as long as you want. The meaning is the same. You can use this for the agents of the sentence as well, you know, the nouns that fulfill the position 1 in a main clause. But using the slow double tapped for, which means accompany or with, is usually more linguistically efficient whenever you only have a couple nouns in the agent section. We'll figure out why in a second. So double four can also carry the meaning of which or whom or the one who, etc. whenever you're using the double four in position 1. When you do that, it allows for adjectival and copular phrases, which we've gone over in the previous video, to act as the agent of a larger sentence. So for example, you could say, which translates to, the blue house burnt to dust. In this example, double four fills in position 1, but refers to the blue house, aka literally the house that is blue. Also, slow tapped for, accompany or with, is used to define the contents of pronouns in a conversation. So to specify who is included in we, you would start the relevant conversation by saying who is included in that we. If we includes me and them, then you would start the relevant paragraph with, right? And thereafter you can proceed your conversation knowing that is exclusive and includes more than 2 people and not you. And you can get more specific by starting a new clause that increases the size of the group as needed. So you could say, right? Which basically means me with you, we with that one, we with that other one, and we with that one as well. So if the group you're creating is sufficiently large enough or contains multiple inanimate objects instead of people, then the double quick for would probably be more useful. Also, another important feature that I added was compound word constructions. Now, again, Secret Handshake is supposed to be for simple communication, so you're not supposed to need to talk about extremely complicated concepts with your fingers. You're supposed to be talking simple. But in case you really needed to, I've created on the we're good. On the documentation for it, I also created a compound word list with a Google form. So if you come up with your own compound words, according to the rules I'm about to say, you can submit them on that Google form, and I'll put them onto the overall spreadsheet, and it could become part of the canon lexicon of this language. So compound word constructions typically take up a full set of positions 1 through 3, and they can act independently as a sentence on their own. Now, if the compound word is meant to be the subject of a sentence, the clause containing the verb and or object must have a pronoun or the double for specifier in position 1 of the next sentence. So, for example, if you wanted to say, the blue one is acting sus, you would say, notice the double for started the second part of that sentence about him acting sus, that blue one. The segment in brackets in the example refers to the description of something that is specifically blue, and that double for, which or whom, is being used in position 1 of the main clause to specify that they are part of one larger sentence. Like, you can't just have a sentence that casually starts with double for but doesn't have any precedent to it, because that would be ungrammatical essentially. Again, just 3 little changes there, all involving the 4th finger right here. And I'd say it changes like everything about the language, so vastly enhances the scope of everything you can do with it. And speaking of doing things with it, you can do things with it on the Memrise course that I created for it. So I'm going to have a link in the description to the Memrise course for Secret Handshake. If you have a Memrise account, then just go for it. If you don't have an account, it's free. Do it. So if you're interested in actually learning Secret Handshake so that you and your friends can all engage in side conversation during awkward social situations, friends can just casually learn Memrise's Secret Handshake course. It's going to be a good time. Now, it's not done yet, but I'd say the majority of it is already on there. Remember, there's only 242 words in the entire Secret Handshake language. I'll be updating the course whenever I get a chance, but you should be able to pretty much finish it in a couple days, maybe even one day, and then just practice it to increase your muscle memory. A lot of you guys have actually already taken the course. You've already done most of it or all of it, and you've gotten some big memorized point scores on there for it, so pretty happy about that, and I'd like to see who can beat the current high score winners. That would be pretty fun. When I was on the plane, I was on a trip to Minnesota, and when I was on the plane ride back, the plane ride that most likely gave me COVID, and Schwa and I was trying to teach her to communicate with me with Secret Handshake on the plane so that we didn't have to say awkward things out loud while we were on the plane. So practical use right there. I'm actually literally sick right now, I'm sorry. I feel very sweaty at the moment. I need to stop. So until next time, everyone, nga is out.